Number 11. What is the difference between kinetic energy and potential energy? Give an example of each. So, kinetic and potential energy are the two types of energy. Energy is the ability to cause motion. Normally, it's defined as the ability to do work, but work is what happens when something causes motion. So something pushes something else around. And energy is the anything that has the ability to do that. Anything that has the ability to push something else, causing it to move. There are two types, kinetic and potential. Kinetic energy is pretty obvious energy. It's energy of motion. So when something is already moving, we say it has kinetic energy, and it obviously has the ability to cause motion in something else. So an object that is moving possesses kinetic energy. Here's an example, a moving train. Train's moving along some tracks, and put anything else on the tracks, the train bumps into it, it will push the other object, causing it to move. So this train obviously has energy, and we call that kinetic energy since it's already moving. Maybe it's an animal on the tracks, and the train, approaching train, the animal will move one way or another, hopefully of its own accord, but either way, it's going to move. If if an object is not moving, it can still have energy, and the other type of energy is called potential energy. And this type is usually the result of the position of an object. It's stored energy. So objects can possess potential energy even though they're not yet in motion. An example would be a boulder on a hill. So suppose you have a boulder up at the top of a hill, and it's being held in place by some pebble. We say that this boulder has potential energy. There's energy stored in the boulder because of its position. It's higher in elevation, and the boulder wants to be down here at the bottom of the hill. Gravity's pulling it down. So all you'd have to do is dislodge this pebble, and the boulder would roll down the hill. So the energy that's stored in the boulder would cause the boulder itself to move. So that potential energy would end up converting to kinetic energy in the boulder. Imagine you dislodge this pebble, and then the boulder starts, going down the hill this way, and eventually it'll get down to the bottom of the hill, and all of that potential energy, which was stored in the boulder up here, would now become kinetic energy after the boulder's way down there. Okay, so the boulder would be moving quite quickly. So its potential energy would have converted into kinetic energy, and then put, anything else in its path, it would move. So, the energy that's stored in the boulder can cause the boulder itself to move. And so this is obviously energy as well.